Hello everybody, Hunter Bakes here, back with another video for y'all. Everybody here with my second video of the 12 Days of Views Reward. That one, yes, everyone, I decided to bring back the 12 Days of Views Reward. It's where I'll be dropping video once a day everybody until either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day everybody. We do a daily uploads everybody, doing videos everybody for the next 12 days or so, as I said, until Christmas or Christmas Eve there, so it's like that, so yeah. Everyone kicked off yesterday with me recalling some favorite moments from John Cena's career there, ahead of his matchup with Gunther for his farewell match at Saturday's main event last night. Anyway, I decided to do a little bit of a follow-up, everybody, and kind of do so I haven't done it well, everybody does kind of do like a wrestling-based review one. Kind of give my overall thoughts of the show there, for John Cena's retirement there, his final matchup, which has got a lot of different reactions online there. But I also wanted to talk about the show as a whole, everybody, as I do remember John Cena saying that he wanted this show to kind of be a showcase there for present and future talents for WWE there, so I also want to talk about the show for that aspect as well there, and see if it did a good job with that there, so let's see ya. Now, I'm not going to be, like, super analytical or go in depth on everything that happened in the show. And I'm not going to give, like, an overall numerical or recommendation rate to everybody like I do with my movie and show reviews, everybody. It's just going to kind of be give my overall thoughts there, so that, what about the show and what I didn't like there. If y'all want a more in-depth look at different things there have been other people that have covered it there, so let's kind of give my overall thoughts, so yeah. But anyways, everybody, the show kicked off in a big way, everybody, as we had Cody Rhodes versus Owen Fibby. Sorry, Advanced went for a Mark Coffin and doing Mark Clear Thor, everybody. As y'all know, I've been doing the on and off cold, everybody, and Coffin there. It hasn't been too bad as everyone, but there have been some cases where I had done some minor Coffin there, so apology in advance that happens there, see it. But as I was saying, the show kicked off in a big way there with WWE Champion Cody Rhodes taking on NXT Champion Owen Fibby. And this is a preview match by, I believe it's the first time we've had the WWE Champion and go against the NXT Champion, the best of the main roster and the best of WWE's Invincible brand go ahead here. So yeah, I was looking forward to this match by. Cody's one of my favorite wrestlers, the main roster there, and he's definitely become one of the biggest stars of the company there. And he's going against the biggest name in NXT right now with Owen Fibby there. And Owen Fibby's been having really good matches there. So I was kind of curious to see how things were going to go between the two of them here. And for the most part, it was good, everyone. But the ending did kind of sour for me there, which I will get to here in a sec. But judging it for like a showcase match with Fibby there and how he would handle against Cody Rhodes, thought WWE did a relatively decent job with that there. On Fibby looked pretty good the matchup there. Had a good amount of offense against Cody Rhodes there, and did a pretty good job showing off his strength and power and his offense there and stuff like that. And Cody did a good job kind of countering that there, be the more experienced into it, stuff like that there. But just before the match should get to a higher gear, it ends around 9-10 minute mark there. Drew McIntyre coming in and causing a DQ finish. And Oba and Cody beat down Drew after the match up there. Kind of shake hands, show some respect there, so that there. And everybody, normally I wouldn't be that person to kind of talk about, there be interference in the matchup there, because I have seen a number of people kind of talk about there with WWE. But for this case, everybody, I will say it does bug me a little bit. On one hand, I do understand. Drew McIntyre and Cody have been feuding over the WWE Championship, so on one hand, I do understand, and it does further the story between Cody and Drew. But on the other hand, I felt like WWE could have, just done something like Drew is appearing out of nowhere there, and that distracts Cody for a sec, and then what takes advantage of opportunity there. And beats Cody through that, so that way Oba maybe gets a big win, and still furthers the story between Cody and Drew. But instead, they had a DQ finish there, so they had to, which I do get, want to protect Cody and Oba there, but it wouldn't have hurt Cody that much to lose Oba Fibby there, and it would have given Oba a big win there, so that's. A good comparison by was when Kevin Owens debuted in 2015 when he was still the NXT champion, and he faced John Cena. And Kevin managed to beat Cena his first matchup there. Big win for him to kind of establish himself as a future star. Thought that we could have done something similar with that for Fibby, but that didn't happen tonight there. So overall, the match was good, but it could have been better there. And if it was a bit more time, and if it didn't have the DQ finish. So yeah. Sorry for what hopeful match reflex won't be active too much here. But anyways, everybody, next match was Bayley versus Soruka. I was looking forward to this match, everybody. Bayley is one of my favorite women's wrestlers in WWE. And Soruka, I've been seeing her stuff at NXT there. She's very good. I've enjoyed her stuff there, and she's been having a pretty big year in WWE, being the NXT North American Women's Champion and Speed Champion at the same time there. And she's been making some appearances there and challenging the women's head titles along with Zarya, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss were still champions there, so yeah. So everybody hold us a bit. So everyone, It was everyone. I was intrigued to see how this match was going to be going, everyone, and it should be pretty good, everyone. It was a good showcase for Saruka, for her speed, agility, her wrestling style there, and Bailey did a good job. Counter had to be the more experienced of the two there, so they had to go back for the action between Bailey and Saruka. But in the end, Saruka would get the victory, and after she hit her finisher, the Soul Snatcher, Bailey tried to roll out the outside of the ring, but Saruka caught her, but Bailey did try to do over a toss-up pin there, then Saruka reversed that pin to get the win. Both ladies show some respect there, and Zarya and Lyra was there with the two. They were there for moral support there. They did interference, pretty even matchup between Bailey and Saruka there. Yeah. It was good to see everybody, good matchup there, and a big win for Saruka, everybody. Everyone have been hearing some rumors that WWE could potentially be shaking up their roster soon with having a bunch of NXT call-ups come up there. And it wouldn't surprise me if Saruka does end up in that lineup after her win with Bailey there. So yeah, just gonna kind of wait and see after the show here. But good matchup there, big win for Saruka. Then everybody, we have the World Tag Champions AJ Styles and Dragon Lee in non-title action against NXT's Javon Evans and T-Day Wrestling X-Division Champion Leon Slater. And when I was looking for this match, everybody, AJ Styles is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time there, you know. And they like Dragon Lee's work there. And before I see Javon Evans there, he's been doing pretty good there. But like his stuff, and Leon Slater, what I've seen of him, I like his stuff too there. And he's been definitely big becoming a current face of one of the current faces there for T everybody, being the X-Division champion there is fat, you know. And there's gonna be a big opportunity for him there. However, there was a little bit of minor controversy by as Leon Slater was originally going to be scheduled to participate in Defending Rev Pro, or I believe he was going to be the Defending Rev Pro World Champion, but he canceled his appearance there to appear in the John Cena's last matchup there for his first Saturday night's main event. Which I may understand if people are the way with Leon Slater there at the same time. You have to understand from his perspective there. This is a big opportunity for him there. And probably going to be the largest exposure he's going to be getting there. You know, so plus it'll be a big part of the event there. John Cena's final match. So, you know, can't really blame the guy for, you know, canceling and going to be a part of the Saturday's main event instead there. So yeah. So anyway, that perfect there. But anyways, everyone, as for match stuff, everybody, it didn't last very long, everyone, but it was very enjoyable, everybody. It was fast, good pace match, everybody. Good back and forth action there with AJ and Dragon Lee, as well as Javon Evans and Leon Slater. And Leon had a good show, everybody. As everyone had a big tweet from there, and good time for people who weren't aware about him to kind of see what he's about there. And I say it paid off, everybody. I watched Saturday's main event last night with my cousin Jamin there. First time we hugged out well there. And this was his first time seeing Leon Slater there. He was impressed with what he was doing there. He especially liked his finisher, the Swanton 450 there. So, which is a pretty cool finisher, everybody. So, yeah. But in the end, AJ Styles would get the win there by hitting the Styles Clash onto Leon Slater for the victory. Which could potentially set up a appearance for AJ Styles to be on TNA there, challenge for the X-Division title. Which will be cool to see there. I do remember AJ Styles appeared on Slammiversary earlier this year, and, you know, gave props to Leon Slater and stuff like that there. You know, and now AJ beat him here. It'd be cool if TNA could work something out there, and part of AJ, and you know, with AJ, I talked about a little bit before in my favorite John Cena moments video with AJ Styles now on the start of his final year as a professional wrestler. It would be cool to have him appear for a big matchup for TNA there. You know, him versus Leon Slater would definitely be one to have there for the X-Division title there. Considered AJ Styles' history with TNA there, and he was their first X-Division champion, so yeah. The only thing about that was a little awkward which I don't know if it was like an accident or if it was intentional there. AJ Styles did try to go for the fatal form at one point in the match, and he ended up slipping on the rope. Now, it's probably the first time there AJ slipped on the ropes like that there, but did kind of caught me off guard a bit there. It was kind of hard to tell if it was an accident there or, you know, if it was like intentional there, tied to potentially build a long-term story about AJ Styles, kind of lose his edge there, so that, you know, that's the way to see how it moves on everyone. But I would like the matchup there. It was a good showcase there for Javon and Leon there. That was a pretty good tag matchup there. And wouldn't mind seeing, you know, border action with these guys in the future there, so yeah. Everyone, before we went to the main event, everybody, we did have a segment, everybody, where The Miz tried to hijack the show there. And he was wearing the same attire where he beat John Cena at WrestleMania 27 for the championship. And then R-Truth came out there, and there was a little back and forth. And R-Truth said he saw the footage there, and Miz kind of took opportunity away from someone who was going to be in the last time out tournament. He got the ball out, and had Joe Henry's name on it there. And Joe Henry ended up appearing, which was cool to see there. R-Truth and Joe Henry beat up the Miz there. I don't follow the crowd there, and Joe Henry put the Miz down with a standing ovation. So anyway, it was cool to see there. Joe Henry, Joe Henry's been having a pretty big year, and he's now part of NXT there, and he's already he's been putting a little bit of investment in there since Joe Henry did appear at the Royal Rumble at the beginning of the year, and again, be the surprise opponent for Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41. So I'm curious to see what Joe Henry's going to be doing there in NXT. So now he's got some stuff going on with Ethan Page there, stuff like that. I'll be curious to see what else he'll be doing going forward there and whatnot. So yeah, that was a nice little segment there. That was kind of like a little break for a tag match. Before we eventually got to our final match of the night there by the main event, John Cena's very last match where he went one-on-one with Gunther by. And everyone, I've been seeing all sorts of different reactions to the match up there. Now, everyone, for me, the match, it's something what I thought it was very good by. They told a good story there. Go back for that between Gunther and John Cena. Definitely, told a good story about Gunther being relentless there, taking down Cena. But Cena not backing down there, giving all he had. Then the match would actually be ending there when Gunther tried to put the sleeper hold numerous times on Cena. As Cena kept out of it there, but Gunther kept putting it back in. There was a lot of back and forth there. They'd been a bunch of different moves there and whatnot. Until finally, Gunther locked it in there to the point where John Cena couldn't fight anymore. And Cena with a bit of a smile on his face there, ended up tapping out there. For the first time since Kurt Angle tapped Cena out there around 2003, so a little over 20 years. First time John Cena tapped out there. Gunther ended up defeating John Cena in his very final match. And like I said, I've been hearing all sorts of reactions by to the official matchup here, where people weren't necessarily fan of how Cena tapped out there, and he had a smile there and whatnot, which I can understand there, but to me, everybody, I kind of see it there by, see how he was doing this match there, kind of reminded me on like different movies and shows everybody where there's like a hero there that's been around for a long time there, having their one last hurrah there, and they know this may be the last battle there, but they're going to give it all they have there, and sometimes everyone, they do give a bit of a smile there, it's that, bit of a smile to it there, whatnot, and that's why I kind of got from Cena there, Also do remember Cena saying that he wanted to leave this place better than he left it, better than when he starts, everybody makes some words. Cena wanted to leave the rest of the business there better than when he started there, and, I can see, Cena give that smile and say, there will be good hands there, they fight for 20 years there, and it'll be alright there. They end up tapping out there, so that's Like I said, overall, I thought it was a really good match by. A big win for Gunther by. Gunther's been having a big year there. Multiple-time world champion. He defeated Goldberg in his final match. Now he's defeated John Cena in his final match up there. I can only imagine Gunther's going to be set up for big things going 2026. After match by, it was definitely that tearful moment came up by in Triple H. And people backstage, superstars came out there, everybody see there. The worst people there, you boo Triple H or whatnot. They, for the most part, there were people, showing their appreciation, applauding for Cena there, and, anyway, we got tried, not to get teary-eyed here by looking back on it there, but, they ended up playing the trivia of John Cena there, which was very nice there, definitely got me a bit teary-eyed there, kind of looking back on different things in John Cena's career, After that was done, Cena, last goodbye, the people there, the fans, the wrestlers there, and take off his sneakers, and his armrest there, his wristbands there, so, give one last salute. I say it was our serving you for the past 20 years. I'll salute, and walked out there, so, and I officially concluded John Cena's final year as a professional wrestler by, anyway, while there were some ups and downs there in regards to some of the booking for John Cena's retirement year there, I felt like for the most part, WWE did a pretty good job with it there. I said the only kind of major fumble that happened there was the heel turn run there, which I'm not going to entirely blame WWE for there. Kind of put part of the blame The Rock there. I mean, he should not have been involved in this stuff there. He wasn't going to do any more stuff there, whatnot, But WWE, they kind of had trouble continuing to mental off the heel turn there, and they just decided to turn Cena randomly back to babyface there, whatnot, But outside there, what I thought, John Cena, retirement year, pretty good, everybody, but maybe managed to do a lot of big things, everybody. Managed to win this world title one more time there, because of 17-time world champion, one of your called championship, becoming a Grand Slam champion. They had a lot of big matches there that may have very from quality there, but a lot of it was still pretty solid there, And in terms of giving that bittersweet vibe there, everybody, I feel like his final matchup with Gunther definitely did his job there, everybody, And it's gonna be tough, not seeing John Cena anymore, but, But I always brought good times there. He's provided, John Cena, he helped inspire a lot of people there, and he's one of the guys who would be on play it there, So John Cena on behalf, I said yesterday, John Cena on behalf of all the wrestling fans there, thank you for everything you've done. We're gonna miss you, and good luck. What the future holds for you, John Cena. See ya. So overall, it was the perk short, but there were definitely some hiccups there. I thought Saturday's main event there, where John Cena's final match was a solid show overall there. There may be people that's going to have varying opinions on the finish of Cena's matchup there, but it does seem like the overall reaction there, the show was good there. So yeah. And it's definitely going to be, that was one of the biggest, Saturday's main events that he's done there. And it's going to be kind of hard for Dewey to kind of, have an event as big as tonight there for Saturday's main event there, I'm sure there's probably going to be some more big ones there. It's going to be hard to kind of, match how big this was, everybody, considering this was the last time people were going to be seeing John Cena, so yeah. I guess on the way to see how moves are with John Cena now done with the business there, and we're going to see how WWE is now with John Cena no longer in the picture, so yeah. But anyways, everybody, that'll wrap things up for this review reward and this will be the conclusion of video number 2 for the 12 days videos reward. Next time around, everybody, I will be getting back into the reactions, everybody. I'm going to finally begin my series reaction to Chainsaw, everybody. I've been having that series in the back burner for a while. I'm finally going to be doing it, everybody. I'm going to be doing part 1. I'll be making sure to drop that tomorrow there for day 3 of the 12 days videos reward. And along with other stuff coming, everybody, so make sure you save that there. But until then, that wraps things up for now, everyone. If you all like saw here, make sure you like button, do subscribe if you love page icon so you will see the uploads. And if you want to give some hype points of everyone, I appreciate that too there. Alright, that's all for everyone. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Until I start back, say peace.